Usually that fast jolt after the reel gets their attention, and then they bite it on the fall just like that. Yes. Yes. Be big, big. Oh, that's a good one. He's pulling drag. Oh gosh. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Excited for today's episode. I've actually been looking forward to a day like this for quite some time now. We have a full-blown Arkansas steamer in our hands today. 100 degrees, hardly any clouds in the sky, not very much wind, just hot, humid, sticky, miserable conditions for most people. And it's not like favorable for me. I mean, I'm not thriving out here in the heat, but I'm excited because this time of year, I feel like is when my fishing strengths really start to shine. I love hot water fishing. I love middle of the summer fishing because the fish get really predictable. And there's also a lot less fishing traffic because it is so hot. And so today I literally have this entire little lake to myself. It's got big fish and I'm hoping that we can find them schooled up somewhere. In the past, when it gets hot like this, I have had some of the best days that I've ever had out here. I've caught multiple 25-pound bags of bass, even a 30-pound bag of bass out here, throwing crazy fun baits to throw, you know, some big spoons, big swim baits, big hair jigs, big crankbaits, just your typical offshore type lures. And I've got all those things rigged up. And right now we're just kind of graphing around, looking to see if we can't find them schooled up somewhere. First thing I'm looking for is bait fish because they seem to always be relating to bait fish out here. And the forage out here is big. And that's why these fish get big. And yeah, so that's what I'm looking for right now. I got a few spots in mind I'm gonna go check out. And as soon as I see something that remotely seems juicy, we're gonna put the trolling motor down and see if we can't get to work and fire when it schools up. Now, the kicker is, typically there's a bite window kind of like right now in the middle of the day. It's currently 2:30 in the afternoon. We've got probably until about 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock before this thing kind of shuts down, but you never know, we might get an afternoon bite out here too. But for this main offshore deal, I like the middle of the day, hottest part of the day, in the middle of the summertime. So we're out here, we're doing it. Hopefully we can find some fish. Hopefully you're excited for today's adventure. If y'all are, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If we catch 20 pounds of bass, you've got to subscribe. So we're gonna get after it, see what happens. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Good one on a hair jig. Yes, real nice fish. Clobbered it. Come here. Yes, sir. That'll work right there, guys. First fish of the day. That'll work. Oh, summer bassing, baby. Summer bassing. Been waiting for this. 100-degree day, middle of the day. We might have found a good school of fish. Let's go, baby. That's a good one. Oh gosh. Absolutely crushed the 6 cents flock hair jig, and that is a good one. Certified good one. I'm not sure if he's gonna touch 4. He's gonna be close. Let's get a good weight on him. What do we think, guys? Thinking 3 3/4. 3 1/2, 3 4, 3 5. I guess he is kind of skinny. All right. 3 5, first fish. On a hair jig. Can we crack 20 pounds today? I think we can do it. Let's send this fish back. We'll see you. On a hair jig. Blocked it. I thought my bait hit the bottom because I was reeling real fast to get it to shoot off the bottom. And no, fish hit it that hard. That was sick. Okay, here we go. Come on, be another fish out there. Come on. Yes, there was another one. This feels bigger. This feels bigger. Feels really nice. Come on, be big. Be big. Oh yeah, he's bigger. Oh, he crushed it. Crushed it. Get up here. Yes. Oh my gosh, he gobbled it. Holy cow. Oh. Oh. Ooh. We're doing big things out here, guys. That's gonna be a 4-pounder, I think. Oh, he hammered at the hair jig bite, baby. Oh, it's 2 casts, guys. We done found them. We done found us a nest of them. 4 even. 4-1, 4 even. Boom, we'll take that. Look at that super juicy 4-pounder right there, guys. Hammered the 6 cents flock hair jig. That bait is a must in the summertime when these fish get schooled up and they're eating shad. There's big shad balls everywhere, and it's just a great way to trigger a reaction strike from them. That's a solid one. Let's go on ahead, give it a release, and get back in there while they're fired up. Okay, we're just gonna fire this hair jig back out there. I've got it on a 7.4 heavy, 6 cents divine rod. Got a high-speed reel. Got 15-pound fluorocarbon. And you can see we're just cranking it up off the bottom and then letting it pendulum back down. Usually that fast jolt after the reel gets their attention, and then they bite it on the fall just like that. Out here giving hair jig seminars. That's another, oh gosh, another good one. Out here giving hair jig seminars. Oh, boat flip in the boat. We got him. Oh, they're loaded. They are so loaded, guys. Look at that. That's another 3-pounder. I just want to throw it back in there, but we're gonna get that 20-pound mark, guys. 3.5, 3.6. Another 3.5. Another 3-pound, 5-ouncer. That is a nice one. Send him back. I mean, these fish have completely surrounded the boat. Part of that's due to whenever you hook one of these fish out of the school, they'll start chasing each other. There's a thermocline at like 10 foot, so I'm trying to keep my bait kind of up above that thermocline. Once it gets down kind of beneath it. Oh my gosh, got hammered. Come on, come back for it. Come back for it. Oh, we almost went 4 for 4. We went 4 for 4, baby. Don't ever give up on them. That's another good one. They are fired up. Yes. Boom. It's a smaller one. I'm not sure how big the one was that bit before him. I'm just gonna throw him back. We'll weigh some bigger ones, hopefully. That's number 4. I will weigh him just in case we only catch 5. Or just in case the next one's an 8-pounder. You never know out here. I ain't never caught an 8-pounder out here, but I've caught some 7s. 2.2. 2.3. 2.3. Bubba fish. Y'all can see I'm really trying to get these fish weighed and back in the water so we can keep after this fired up school. Who knows how long it'll last. I'm just throwing out here. I mean, there's literally fish in all directions in this particular spot right now. I mean, they are so loaded. I bet I could throw a glide bait out there. But this hair jig bite is just one of my all-time favorites. Because you just know it's fixing to happen. Come on. I might need to throw more to the right. I need to throw more to the right. Oh my gosh, there's so many fish out there. Right there. There's so much shad. I can't believe these fish aren't actually like on the top schooling right now. Yes. Yes. He bit it on the initial fall. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, that's another good one. Bigger than that last one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he's actually about the same size, really not even that big. Got him. Is that 5? I think that's 5 right there, guys. 6 cents flock hair jig. Use that code CJ10, get yourself some flocks. You don't have to throw them like this. You can throw them much different ways. And I like that bait a lot for striper fishing below spillways too. I've even caught some catfish on it. Another just 2. 2.5 clone. Boom. Another 2.5er on the hair jig. Basically, I'm gonna throw this hair jig until maybe I don't get a bite, and then whenever that happens, I'll swap to another bait. That's a school fishing 101. When you have fish around, once they get tired of something, you just swap to something else and let them have it. I feel like I'm not in a good position right here. Here we go. Come on. Oh, one bit it while I was reeling it. It's dying. Man, there's a lot of fish out here. We got the perfect amount of breeze too. The wind is perfect. Just enough to break up the surface of the water, not blowing us around too much. Are they done? Don't tell me y'all are done. I'm gonna do one more cast with the hair jig. I'm telling you guys, I live for this bite. I'll wait around all year for it to get as hot as humanly possible in the summertime. It's not even that hot today. I think the reel feels like 99, 100, but I'm telling you, it gets these fish stacked. It gets them set up so good. It's the same thing as when it gets really cold in the wintertime. It just gets them all stacked up together. And that's another nice one. Come on, bigger than the last two. Come on, be big. Be big, big. Oh, that's a good one. He's pulling drag. Oh gosh. Might be a 5. Oh my gosh, might be a 5-pounder. Oh, big 4, at least a 4. It's at least a 4, baby. In the net. That's a long fish. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that one. That is a long fish. It's probably a 21-incher. Hair jig, baby. Oh my gosh. I mean, that one is a stud. That one is so big. What a chunk. This thing was full of eggs. Pre-spawn, it probably close to 6 pounds. I don't know. Healthy looking fish though. 5 even. 4.15. 4.15. Now see that? 4.15. Like 21 3/4 on that fish. That's a beaut. Even got a little bit of fur on the lips. Oh, I hope there's a giant one down there. She's biting me. You don't have to bite me. I'm about to rip my thumb off. Ooh, love to see that. Oh, love to see a good takeoff in these warm summer months. It's not really good to, throw bass in the live well in the summertime. It's just so hot. They're expending a lot of energy when you're fighting them like that back to the boat. So good to get them back in the water pretty quick. I know I had them out. I was weighing them and measuring them and stuff, but we had to know. Okay, let's catch another one. All right, guys, so some time has elapsed since we've caught a fish. It's actually been an hour and a half. Those fish got pretty busted up and got kind of smart. So I've been kind of just going around the lake looking for another group of fish like that, and I haven't seen anything too crazy. So I'm hoping maybe that one wad will kind of get back together and get in a feeding move maybe as it gets a little bit later. But typically when it gets later in the afternoon, I can't get them to fire the same way as I do in the middle of the day. But real quick, I forgot to even check to see what our best 5 were earlier, and when I first looked at it, I was like, yes, we got 20 pounds our best 5, but we actually weighed 6 fish. We think we caught like 8 maybe, and the best 6 is 20 pounds and 3 ounces. Not sure if y'all can see that or not. So we have a 2-3 on there, so we have basically 18 pounds for our best 5. Need to call something to get to 20. We can do it though. We have 2 2-pounders here, so if we catch a 4-pounder or if we catch a 5-pounder, we're in the business. So we've got about 3 hours of daylight, so surely we can make some improvements. Even if it's not offshore doing that thing, maybe we can go around and fish these pads or go up in this creek or do a little topwater action. I don't know. We're gonna make it happen. Yeah, I think I just found a school of crappie, so I just tied on the new micro fiction shad from 6 Sense Fishing. I got it on a little jig head. And we'll see if we can't maybe catch one and see if it is crappie. Me and crappie on this lake have not always gotten along. Oh, I got one. That's a nice crappie. Hey, we'll take it. That's a nice crappie right there. That's a good keeper. And I think I'm gonna throw him into the live well. And if we catch, I'm gonna say if we catch 3, I'll take him home and I'll cook him up for supper tonight. Heck, even 2. Can we catch another? Very highly questionable. There we go. That might be another keeper. It's gonna be close. I bet that's 10. I bet that's a 10-incher. What do you think, guys? 9 3/4 probably. I hope he's 10. I want some crappie tonight. While we're waiting on our bass to get fired back up, I think I got my little crappie checker in here. I do. Come on, be a 10-incher, please. Oh, it's gonna be close. 10. 10 and a whole 1/8. Yes. Our second keeper of the day. 2 keeper crappies. We'll take it. We caught some big old 4-pound bass. One might as well have been a 5-pounder at 4.15. Now we're catching a couple of keeper crappies. That's fun. And that is a really nice little bait right there. Brand new microfiction. It looks really good on that finesse jig head too. Be sure to check those out. I have links to all the gear I'm catching these fish on today with down in the description. Come on, let's get one more crappie right here and let's go bass fishing. Or maybe we'll crappie fish for a little bit. Hi guys, we're back with you here on the shores of the dried up lake. Luckily for us, the lake we fished yesterday had plenty of water and plenty of fish for us to catch. Although the bite there yesterday was extra crazy. We literally found a school within the first 10-15 minutes we were there. There was a bunch of fish and they were fired up and ready to go. And we were fortunately able to catch, I think, 7 out of that school in the first burst. And it was like, 15 minutes of just crazy action, catching a lot of fish. But that school ended up breaking apart and we weren't able to really get on anything else the rest of the day. And that kind of is how that place is. It's feast or famine a lot of times. And I think I just got there a little bit too late. Normally I like to get there, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning and fish from then until 3 or 4 for that midday extra hype school bite. But I'm just glad we were able to get out there and get some while we did. And it was so much fun catching them on this guy right here. This is literally one of my favorite baits to catch a bass with. That is a hair jig. That is the 6th Sense flock hair jig right there. And that thing is extra money. It's kind of a combination of bucktail, feathers, and silicone skirt. It's got an awesome head. This has become my favorite hair jig. I've thrown a lot of hair jigs over the years and I really, really like this one. I ended up putting this trailer on after I got on that school of fish, and it looks really good with this trailer. This is a new bait, and I did have a fish on and off later in the day on this combo. Let me take this little guy out. This is a new bait from 6 Sense. It's available now. It's in their saltwater line. I think they've got a freshwater lineup coming too, but that is the new Shindo. It's a 6-inch fluke style bait designed to be either fished on a jig head or to be thrown weightless or on the back of a jig like this, like a hair jig or a big chatterbait or a big spinnerbait or something. That thing is really cool and it's already produced some really big bites for people. I really like this bait. If you're familiar with the Aussie, basically think that, but just longer and skinnier, designed to kind of imitate larger forage and try to get some bigger bites. I'm gonna throw this guy back on there because I really like the way this thing looked on the back of this hair jig, and I wish I would have caught the fish that bit this thing. It was a big one. It was actually a big one. But anyways, I was throwing that again on my 7.4 heavy Divine Series rod. This has been one of my go-to rods for a long time. This is one of the first rods I ever got from 6 Sense Fishing. It's just been a workhorse day in and day. I do a lot of things with, throw Texas rig, throw jigs, throw swim baits, really, really good rods. So if you want a really versatile, heavy powered, fast action rod, this one here, this one's awesome. Love this rod a lot. And then we got to have a little bit of fun catching a few crappie. Those crappie out there are weird. Like, you'll find a school of 20 or so, you'll drop down, catch a couple, and they get finicky and they just don't want to bite anymore. And you just got to kind of move on and find more. And I'm usually not into it at that lake. I just want to catch bass, but I got to catch them on this guy right here. I've been catching a lot of fish on this bait recently. It's a tiny little guy. That's the new 6 cents micro fiction 1.5 inch crappie bait. I got it paired up on that crappie jig head. That guy right there is my, look at that tail, it's just quivering. That's what it does in the water too. It just shakes and shimmers, and it's a great bait this time of year when there's a bunch of small forage in the waters, all the small baby shad and small just fry of other fish species that those crappie are chomping on. So that's a really, really good bait. They got a bunch of colors, and I'm gonna show you guys a few of those extra colors that I've got here, as well as a bunch of newer items from 6 Cents Fishing, kind of in honor of it being ICAST week, which is when, you know, the fishing industry showcases all the new products that are coming out for this year and the upcoming year. These baits that I have here are all available right now for y'all to purchase at 6 Cents Fishing. It's been a while since I've kind of gone over like new release type stuff all at once, but I've got a box here and we've got several things in here. I'll start off here with the micro fictions. That's the exact pack that I had in the boat right there, and that's monkey milk color. Really good. New crappie bait can be used for multi-species, catch a bunch of things. Also got here, this is the new Ridge Lizard. This is a bait that I've been really excited about and I've been catching some fish with. I've had some prototypes for a while, but it's a new little lizard bait from 6 Cents. It's got the ridgeworm tail, so not the traditional like curly U-tail like you see on some other lizards, and it's got these nice little kicky feet. It's got a lot of action in the water. I think it has more action than a traditional lizard, and I really, really like this guy throwing it on a Texas rig or a Carolina rig. They got a bunch of colors, and these available on the website. If you like to drag a lizard around, I think a lizard is one of the most underrated baits out there. I would rather drag a lizard around than a worm any day of the week. And then just now, they got these guys back on the site and loaded in some more minnow baits. This is part of their masterclass line. You might have seen these in your local academies or Dick's Sporting Goods. They've got them on the website now. It's the strobe minnow. Look at that, ultra realistic. I caught some big smallies in a creek on this guy not that long ago. I mean, if you are fishing in some clear water, got some pressured, finicky fish, honestly, I wish that I had had these in the boat yesterday. I probably could have dropped it on a few of those fish's heads and got them to bite it. But this guy, ultra realistic. If they're not gonna eat that, then I don't know what they're gonna eat. Might just need to go home. But that's the strobe minnow. Caught some giant crappie on this thing back in the springtime, pre-spawn. So if you get around some big crappie, don't be afraid to drop that thing down there, because if you buy a bucket of minnows, usually you're gonna have some big ones like that, and those are the ones that get bit by the big fish. And speaking of crappie, again, they have them in the small size too. It's a little 2.1 inch micro fiction. If you recall, when I went to North Carolina earlier this spring, catching giant yellow perch, that was the guy, and this was the exact pack that I was using. Something else I'm really excited about from them is, y'all may have heard of the Bodega. It's a big crazy creature bait, kind of looks like a crawdad looking thing, but they're coming out with some smaller sizes. These are not out yet, but they will be very, very soon. This is a 3.5 inch Bodega. I'm excited about this size because we can throw it on a little jig head, a little Ned head for creek smallies, creek bass. Gonna be an awesome little offering. This guy is sweet. This is a brand new fresh pack. I got one here. I can get into this one a little bit easier. This one here is actually the 4-inch version. But right now they only have the big version available. Look at that thing. Isn't that the craziest bait you've ever seen? Look at the legs. Look at those big flappy appendages. Kind of that ridge worm tail appendage. But dudes have been catching some monster fish on these things on the big one. And I'm excited to throw this thing on the back of a jig, fish it by itself, maybe on a free rig, maybe on a drop shot, but especially on a little Ned head in the creeks and try to catch some big smallies on them. Something else that's really cool is they've added on to their saltwater lineup of lures. So we love going out fishing on the coast, fishing saltwater, and now they've got some stuff that'll work out in the salt as well as in freshwater. They got these new swim baits. I'm not sure if anybody's been talking about these, but look at these swim baits. It's called the Party Paddle. And if you're familiar with the party minnow, it's, you know, it's a smaller little finesse swim bait. So basically it's kind of got that party minnow shape, but in a beefed up form. And this plastic seems to be more of a durable blend of plastic, which is going to be great out in the ocean, because if you've ever fished out there, most of those guys out there got teeth and they'll tear up your swim baits. But this feels extra durable. And what I'm really excited about this thing for is getting out and fishing for some striper, white bass, hybrids, doing some spillway fishing. I think it's going to be a really good option because, like the saltwater fish, a striper will tear up your stuff. So I really love the durable formula. I mean, this feels not like a Laz Tech, but it feels just really good. And when you put it on a jig head, it ain't coming off. That's just a pearl one. Good size. It's called the Party Paddle. 4.3 inch. They got a bunch of colors. I got a bunch of colors down here. But really excited about this one. Looks like it can be best fished on a jig head, but you could probably throw a screw lock swim bait hook. But I got some chartreuse ones. And then this is honestly my favorite color swim bait of all time. I got this one it's called Seasick, but it's kind of like, if you're familiar with the color, like Houdini. Love this color. Really, really good one. Kind of a gold top, kind of a, you know, a pearl red bottom, some flake. That one there, really gonna be a good guy. Gonna be a good guy. What else do I got in here? I got a few other colors, the microfictions in here. A couple good colors. This one here in my right hand is called Paranormal. This here's Ghost Minnow. Really love those. Got a lot of great colors in that thing. Oh, here's another saltwater deal. Now, I haven't gotten to throw this one yet, but I'm excited about it. It's called the Bone Dog. And I'm not really sure about it. I'm not sure how it sits in the water, if it's like scraping down or horizontal, but just the shape of it alone looks really interesting and intriguing. It's kind of got a bulbous head and a bulbous little booty back here. And super loud. Listen to that. I mean, that's the loudest rattle I've heard in a topwater bait in a while. And I think it's gonna get crushed. Looks really, really good. They've also got some movement crankbaits and something else. Maybe like a jerk bait, saltwater offering, I don't know. But they also have all those shindos like I showed you on the back of that hair jig. They got a bunch of those. But a bunch of new offerings. So if you want some stuff when you go down saltwater fishing on the coast, be sure to check these out. I think they're really going to be great baits down there and catch you a lot of fish. I'm excited. We're gonna be going back pretty soon, hopefully in the next couple months, and I'll get to test them out. Maybe at the end of this month. I got plans to maybe go down to the ocean. But the Bone Dog, that guy looks awesome. I'll be throwing that one really soon, but check that one out. Got anything else here in my little bag? I got this box. I just kind of had a new order of stuff in here. What else we got? Oh, I do got this. This is probably the last thing I got in here to show y'all. I'll have more things to show as they come out, but this is a new jig head. This is called the treble harness. So basically there's a little, well, I'll show you in a second. So this is a way to rig up any of your swim baits to where it's kind of got this harnessed swim bait look. And what that does is it actually accentuates the action of the swim bait. And I think it adds to your hookup ratio. You don't have to worry about, you know, driving that weedless belly weighted swim bait hook into the roof of a fish's mouth. So if you get an open water situation where you don't need to be weedless, this is a good way to do it. So let me unhook it really quick. Pull that treble hook out of the back. And this jig head just has a screw lock right there. And you just screw that into your favorite swim bait. Just like this, get that guy out the way. I think it's swinging around, which is good. You want it to swing around. Just pop that thing in there, screw it in, and I'm figuring it'll work with all sizes. This is a 3.8 inch Divine. Is that right? Back it up one. Okay. And then it has the option, you can put the hook on the top or the bottom. I prefer to have the hook on top in most scenarios. Just stick that thing in the back and boom, you're rigged up. But you can also take that split ring and swivel system and put it on the bottom. Like if you got some fish that are short striking, not really getting the hook, you can do that. But yeah, that's my little box of goodies. I got some more new stuff in the house. I'll show y'all here shortly. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled on the 6th Sense Fishing website. And if you decide to grab anything, use our code CJ10 to save 10% off. That helps support our channel, helps let them know that we're sending y'all to the right place. So anyways, that's it for all this stuff. Make sure I'm not missing out anything. Oh yeah, here's that treble head pack. That's the pack the treble head comes in. Really sweet. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun catching those fish for about the 10 minutes that they bit. Luckily we got some good ones mixed in. We didn't get 20 pounds for our best 5, but we got 20 pounds for the best 6 that we weighed. So maybe that counts. I don't know. If it does and you think it counts, make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see y'all on the next one. Bye guys.